New always talking shit show.
Yo.
Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good?
It's your boy Talkin.
It's your boy Keem Sincere.
We're back with another episode of the Always Talking Shit Show.
Episode 51, right?
52.
Damn.
You wasn't behind, player. What's going on, man?
I'm good, man. How's your week been?
Uneventful. Same shit.
Same shit, different toilet, huh?
As usual.
All right, well, shit. We can get right to it, man.
Fuck Stephen A. Smith, huh?
Nah. See, you be so quick to jump off the porch, man. This nigga be so quick to shout out to brother Stephen A.
So quick to jump off the porch.
I'm just saying, man. I seen something that bothered me, and I'm noticing a trend that bothers me, and so we spoke about it off camera, but we'll get into it. I'm watching Stephen A. It's right after Nigeria upset the United States, and instead of saying like,
good game, Nigeria.
Here's a country that's been through a lot. We know what Africa's been through. We know about slavery in America, but colonization is just as treacherous at times. And so here's a recently newly independent country that the last time they played against the United States, I think they got beat by like 80. So the fact that they came back around, this is a program that has 6 NBA players. You know what I'm saying? Instead of the talk being like, hey, shout out to Nigeria's underfunded country, making it, to the big dance and actually beating the USA team. He kind of goes in on the players. Who are they? Their names, kind of making fun of them, being very dismissive. And I noticed when I watched it, I was just like, damn, that was kind of unnecessary. Like, you know what I mean? Well, the Nigerian basketball team felt the same way. So their Twitter page, basically, I'm paraphrasing, they responded, like, hey, Stephen A., basically, like, we don't expect much from you in terms of class, but we're here. We're professionals. It's a whole nation that's proud of these young men. Right. How about you just give us our flowers or don't say nothing at all?
Right.
There are professional basketball players. They did win the game.
Right.
They didn't win off a 30-second heave or some shit like
right.
that. Like,
yeah.
They beat them. They won the game. Respect is due.
What was the score of that game?
I'm not 100% sure, but they made 23s as a team.
All right, yeah. What fucking
Nigga,
you can't say shit about that,
a victory,
nigga. Right.
Like, usually, if your team hit 23s,
you win.
Y'all gonna win the game.
Yeah.
You shake them man's hand and go on about your business. Well, he kind of dismissed him. And this is just how my brain works, and you know me. But fam, I'm literally like, I think it's the next day or so. He had made some and I don't even think they were that offensive. He made comments stating that he didn't think that it was a good thing that the MLB would push for this new sensational kid, this Asian kid. I'm not even going to try to butcher the dude's name, but I believe he's from Japan, and he's kind of like an import player. Like, he's here from like overseas.
Who does he play for?
Dog, fam, I don't watch. I don't know.
Has he been in baseball for
This
like
year.
a few years? Oh, just
Like,
okay.
I think this year, maybe.
Okay.
This is all the year I've been hearing about him. He's blowing up. Every few years in baseball, they'll get this Asian guy.
Is it Otani?
What's his last name?
Otani.
Oh, nah, this dude's name is crazy.
Oh.
Shout out to him, though.
Because Otani
So basically, this
is
is how you might know him. He's killing the league right now because he's throwback. He pitches really well and hits really well.
Otani.
That's him?
Yes, he
first
plays
name?
for the Angels.
What's his first name?
It's something crazy.
Okay. All right, well, that might
Last
be him.
name Otani.
All right,
He's
so
been in the league a couple years.
if
He's
it's not him-
let me tell you how rare he is. It is him because he's the only Asian
Right.
pitcher who's hitting home runs right now and is
Okay,
the
that's-
top
so that's
3
him.
in home runs this year.
Okay.
So let me tell you how hot he ended up being, just off subject. Do you know what his rookie card sold for?
Like, no, I don't know.
Like $1.7 million.
Damn, that's crazy. Baseball players need
The
to step
same
their
his
game
rookie
up.
year, his rookie card went for $1.7 million because of what he was doing.
No,
You
I
ain't seen
believe
a
it.
pitcher hit home
Okay,
runs
so no, I
since
get
Buster
that.
Posey.
No, I get all
And
that.
no Asian.
I get all that, right? Now,
Ichiro was the last one.
so I get that. But the comments that Stephen A. Smith made, in my opinion, still weren't offensive or in no way racist or derogatory.
Right.
All he said was, for an American sport that claims to be wanting to get hipper,
Right.
how are you going to push a guy to be the face of this sport in America where he has to have a translator to do media?
Right.
Like, how is that going to work? Like, and just being honest, he was making an assessment in that way. Well, we're going to get to this afterwards, but it's sensitive times when speaking about the Asian or Oriental community, right?
Right.
So he makes those comments. I guess ESPN sponsorships, they're on his ass. So he has to come double back and apologize, not to just solely the baseball player, but to
The whole
Asian
Asian
community, right?
Jesus Christ.
And so, fam, when I seen it, I was just like, okay. Shout out to my Asian brothers and sisters. Like, they should, all people should be respected. And anybody that knows me knows that I respect all people. But I make observation of things that I see
Right.
based on the knowledge of the history that I have.
Right.
Fam, when I seen that, I'm like, okay, well, nobody felt like he needed to apologize to those Nigerian kids. Right? Like, and for the years, just dating back, because Kwame, it was been a hot topic.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody felt like he ever needed to apologize to Kwame Brown.
Because
Right?
it's never
Or
it's
any
never
other-
apologized to anybody
Or
of
any
his
other
own
black
race.
athlete that this
Right.
man has
Niggas
now
can
make
just say what the
has
fuck they want
talked
about
crazy about, to the tune of making, now he's big dog making $12 million a year. You know what I'm saying? And he's carte blanche. Stephen A. can say whatever the hell he wants, right?
Yeah, as long as it's against black people.
And that's and the thing is like, I got love for Stephen A. I'm not even saying that he's with all that. What I'm saying is that, when do we start paying attention to that?
Right.
Like, the Nigerian Twitter page, they came to the defense and made a comment, but I was like, what black American or what white American, what American is gonna say, hey, okay, he missed a shot. Like, you're gonna run 3 shows on how terrible this dude is and how much. And one thing I'm starting to notice is Stephen A. is quick to bring up how much money these guys make. And so let's double back. That pitcher, that Asian pitcher kid that was a pro in Japan, and now is a pro in the major league. He's not making money.
No.
Hey man,
Okay,
Tom Brady makes a lot of fucking money, and he got to sit there with a "Make America Great" hat in his locker, and nobody held him to that.
Right.
I'm just saying. I'm talking about the blatant double standard. I'm talking about how there was an outcry of, hey, there's an uprising in Asian hate crimes. And within 2 weeks, man.
They had a whole bill for that
They got a
shit.
bill. Now, this is the thing that I pay attention to. Every black elected official with the exception of, I believe, and I'm not even sure, Tim Scott might have signed it too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even going to hold him and act like he didn't. I don't know for sure.
Right.
And I didn't check.
Right.
But I know for sure every black Democratic elected official signed that bill with no hesitation. I also know for sure that there are Asian members of Congress that did not sign the anti-lynching bill, a bill that black people have been trying to get passed to ensure their children's safety for nearly 100 years. And I'm like, fam, I'm not anti-Asian or anti-anybody if I know that. Now, I'm not mad at my Asian brothers and sisters that don't know that, because I don't expect them to really like study and understand the plight of black people. No one else does, and they don't even teach our history in school.
They're trying to get rid of it.
Exactly, and when they are trying to develop the history and be more honest about it, you got damn near every white parent at every PTA meeting and city board meeting going crazy like, no, it's going to make our kids feel bad about what we did to them or what we benefit from what happened to them.
And that's unfortunate because that's exactly what needs to happen.
Well, that's what's going to happen.
Like, fuck.
That's what's going to happen. The way I look at it is, fam, statistics show this country is getting blacker every day. Mm-hmm. Hey, man, I know my history. So I know there was a time that this was a black country, so to speak. Hey, I can read. You can go get damn near any book before 1830, 1820, and read about what white people in Europe was saying about the black people here in America. So I know about the Creek Indians, fam. I come from that. You talking about millions and millions of people. Now, these are all individual black tribes, but they all got pushed in together.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just those type of things. And knowing that, but, dog, I also know the discrimination that the Asian community went through in this country. And there's nothing wrong with speaking up for Asian people.
Okay, let's say
right?
this. Let me interject on this because something I just thought about kind of irritated the fuck out of me. So it's like, all right, so you're talking shit on the Nigerian team. I'm speaking of Stevie Naismith. But we're not speaking on, and you spoke on racial injustice, and you were all on that bandwagon on your soapbox when that was the thing to do, when the George Floyd thing's going on, everybody doing their Black Lives Matter attire and all that shit. You was on that bandwagon too. But hold on,
he be iffy on it.
He is, but here's my thing: you're not mad at the fact that we are not allowed to protest about our shit in their country when we're over here going hard for them in our country, when we got our own fucking issues happening here, when we're not getting our own anti-lynching bill signed ever, but these motherfuckers get one in 2 weeks. I've lost all respect for Stephen A. Smith. And it's not fuck him, it's none of that. I was just talking shit. That was really just, he knows how I get that, be doing shit. But I can't respect this man, your word, or anything about that no more, bro.
Well,
about anything. Let me get one of that.
My thing is, why, I go deeper than that. I know what Stephen A. Smith stands for. I've seen him push uncomfortable conversations. I've seen him stand up for his race. I'm wondering, because I think that if nobody from the upper rooms pressure him, I don't think Stephen A. Smith apologizes to the Asian community, because I don't think he felt like he said anything wrong or hateful.
Well, ESPN needs
but
to quit worrying about them.
There's another sub-median, and you all look up these terms. I'm not making any names or calling anybody anything. This is a technical term. There's other median minority groups that are powerful in a way that you can't make critique and mention said ethnicity in the same sentence, or else that becomes a very tricky place, and you lose the Nick Cannon. Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, fam, I start thinking, well, why? Black people, they say, spend the most money in this country. That makes sense because of what this country has done to us, along many other things. We have the least resources. We don't get to have and this is not me. I'm a native New Yorker. My mother and father, they're from New York. When I was a kid and I go back to New York, I've always seen multiculturalism. My mother is a person that has always fought for multiculturalism. Like, I was not taught discrimination. I was taught to appreciate other cultures, right? But I'm an inquiring mind. And I noticed that, like, I know the history. I know what this country has done to black cities and black towns and black communities that thrive.
Blow them the fuck up.
I know the murder and bloodshed that comes with that. I know the sheer theft that comes with that, with no retribution. And everyone else knows it. Fam, I look at like what black kids did in the Bronx, nigga, when they created hip-hop music. It's no different than what their ancestors did when they created rock and roll, jazz, soul. But I look at all these things, and fam, I don't see nobody in the black community going hard at the K-pop community, because you can directly correlate that to black music, right? Or any other thing. Like, I look at and I see how like black girls and black kids embrace Justin Bieber. But then I see how Michelle and Beyonce, of all people, got kickback for making country songs.
Right.
And I'm just like, fam, enough is enough. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, like.
But nobody got mad at Taylor Swift making that fucked up rendition of September by Earth, Wind and Fire, though.
Hey, man.
That was the worst. Not shot against her.
No, but that's been going on. That's what I'm talking about.
But it's
I'm talking
I know what
about
you're talking
the
about.
stealing,
right? But it's like
of black American culture in terms of like, hey.
But what I'm saying is, not one black person excluded her. It
No,
might have been
bro.
like, you should have never touched that song.
Well,
Elvis never like.
Elvis used to listen to black radio,
right,
because we didn't want. It's not that we segregated our music. They didn't want our music played on their radio stations. Mm-hmm. But all of them, they would listen to black radio stations and literally go record the same song. And to this day, their estates are getting paid off those songs.
Nigga, look at Eric Clapton. Eric Clapton's
right.
a known fucking racist against black people. And your whole fucking music was founded by black people. Struggle music, nigga.
So it just goes in the same, dog. Like, you're talking about a forgiving, foundational black Americans, FBA, if you don't understand who that is. These are the black Americans that are descendants of black natives and black slaves, right? These are the black Americans that a lot of people look at and be like, oh, well, they don't got no country. And nigga, we in our country. And I think the hospitable nature of our culture it says something. It stands for something. I know for a fact none of my black friends, family, and relatives ever had parents or grandparents to tell them that to not hang out with certain race of people. I know that's the thing that we don't go through necessarily. I'm not trying to play the race card. I won't let white supremacy pit minority groups against each other based on the lack of respect or acceptance that they're getting within a white supremacist culture. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, Asian Americans should be protected with an anti-Asian hate crime.
Not saying they should.
I didn't say you did. But black people need to be the most protected in this country based on the history and the statistics. I'm not talking about some shit that just happened 100 years ago. I'm talking about shit, nigga, this last week. And this last week, more black people were murdered than any other group of people. Now, the naysayers and the peons will be like, oh, well, what about black on black crime? Right. But they don't look at Asian on Asian crime. They don't look at white on white crime or Mexican on Mexican crime. It's all high as fuck. It's all even as high, if not higher, than black people. And so with that being said, it's just something that don't matter. It don't matter that black people can kill black people too. What matters is the system. You know what I'm saying? Between the medical field and the police department, black people are getting slayed all throughout this nation, and it's never not happened. This is not a new thing. This has been going on since they took the shackles off of us. We've always been saying so. People lied to us and said that they got it and they were with us. And now that they have all the evidence, and now that we have the momentum and some of the funding to march about these things, some of those same people are tired of hearing us tell our story. Right? It's just a thing, dog, that like we really gotta start having conversations about. Because I don't think that the average American knows what black people have done for this nation, black Americans. Because they don't know the real history.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I was disappointed in Stephen A. on that one, and I want to take it away from Stephen A., bro. When I stopped and started thinking about it, it ain't just Stephen A. It's the media. Like, the media has made it to where it's okay to literally shit on black culture, talk bad about black people, show black people in the worst light.
Yep.
Because there's no retribution. And when I started asking myself why, it's the lack of economics. Like, if black people in America started treating their U.S. dollars like every other ethnic group, we would be the richest people in the country. Because we spend the most money, but we spend money with Asian people when they open black hair and beauty salons in black areas. We spend money with Mexican people when they open Mexican food restaurants and taco shops in our areas.
Right.
In areas that we have historically lived in and been in for a long time.
I do fuck with
right?
tacos. Nigga.
Now, if you go to New York or something like that, it's a little bit more segregated amongst the cultures, but it's a blend. This is not racism that I'm speaking about. I'm speaking because anybody that's not black American that hear what I'm saying, if they get offended, just ask yourself, when's the last time you got your paycheck and went and spend money with a black-owned business? There are black-owned businesses. There's no black-owned businesses, right?
I own one. We own one together.
It's a lot. So I'm just saying, like, people know that. I'm not the only one that notices that. Like, damn, that's crazy. You know what I mean? When you start looking at employment across ethnic lines and things like that, hey, man, when black people are getting their heads beat in and they're pissed off and they're ready to tear this motherfucker up, I don't need everybody running and saying, hey, us too, we're down with y'all, but then you won't hire our kids.
Bro.
You know what I mean? Like, it's time for us as a culture, I'm talking about American culture, to start telling the truth and start treating everyone with a token of respect, man, because we all add something. Hey, man, it's days that I got a Latin tongue, man. I want to eat some Latin food. It's days I want to eat some Oriental shit. And you know what I'm saying? And we all got our own native tongue and native culture of the shit that we cook in our homes and eat amongst our people. Hip-hop is not something that's segregated. Like, that's black music. I don't give a fuck what you call it. Right? But you don't hear a whole bunch of black people nigga crying and, oh, that's our shit. Why is this dude getting here? Why is he that? That's not, we're inclusive, and it's time for motherfuckers in this country to start including us. Economically. Socially. You know what I mean? Not just enjoying our music the way we talk, dress, and act, and mimicking this shit on social media and making millions of dollars off of it. You know what I mean? We don't want to do that, because if you think that I'm lying about what I'm saying, when it comes to urban music, nobody can create a new trend in it other than black Americans. That's not racism. That's being nearly 40 fucking years old and living. And I remember when I moved to Nevada to Reno, and they wasn't even. I used to complain to my mom because there wasn't no rap station.
Yeah, fucking K-Wins want to be
right.
Rap station.
It's hip hop there now though. There's hip hop stations in Salt Lake City. It don't always reflect the demographics. And I'm just saying that, like, man, there's been millions of white kids that have helped push this culture. There's been millions of white kids that have supported rock and roll artists, supported jazz musicians, supported black music and black arts. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. But we don't want young black people thinking that all they're good for in America is to entertain the masses. We're not your entertainers.
But that's the thing. That's like, let's think about really. Let's think it's about, honestly, we've had this conversation before. The only time they like paying niggas money is when we're entertaining them. There's not a lot of black billionaires. There's not a lot of black self-made inventor billionaires. There's a lot of there's a lot of inventors.
Well, think about all the billions and trillions of inventions that were stolen from us.
But that's not. I didn't say there wasn't inventors.
Well, no.
They were, nigga, we invent some of the dopest shit. And we've had the telephone is, for instance, something that's got Alexander Graham Bell my ass. Anyway, the only time white people, the white supremacists and the 1% like to see us win and won't mind paying us our money and our dues is when niggas is on our thing doing our podcast, niggas is doing shows, niggas is on TV, niggas is bouncing that basketball, we're shucking and jiving, we're doing some type of entertainment. It's not coonery, but they look as coonery. You know what I'm saying? And that's when we get our most money. Highest paid black people are usually what? Athletes, entertainers. You have your billionaires. You have your inventors, your self-made billionaires. You have them. But you hear a lot less about them than you do about the shuck and jive. And we're not shucking and jive. It's just there's no other word for it. Yeah, that's the ones you hear about. We know Oprah Winfrey's a billionaire, but the reason we know that is because she was on TV at one point with a TV show and all that shit. And before she got on, they was Ho and Her.
So, what I'll say to that is this. We don't teach economics in our culture, right?
Nope. Nor do we teach
and more so even
wealth.
In America, we don't. And the thing is,
and
fam,
that's a world. That's
only the
American
1% actually teaches
generational wealth. That's what I mean. I'm not saying it's just black people. I'm agreeing with you.
I'm saying that
all
because
creeds.
a lot of people throw that out there when they're talking about. My problem
Races.
too, and it goes back to the Stephen A. thing and the ESPN thing. Why do everyone else get to make a comment about black culture and about what black people do?
But black people.
But if you say something and make an honest assessment about another culture, if you're not a comedian, because one thing I will say, to be fair, especially black comedians can say what the fuck they want. Mm-hmm. So we thought until the Kevin Hart thing.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about this need for censorship. I'm talking about the fact that white people can get on TV and say that black people are pawns to the Democrats.
No, fuck this censorship.
Hold on, hear what I'm saying. Think about how insensitive and how insulting that is.
No, I feel
you're going to tell the most proven politically astute race in this country, right? The most participant of the voting system since the shackles have gotten off and we fought our way into voting. Black people were murdered, killed, raped, and all type of things for the right to vote. So more black people vote by percentage than any other race in this country. And you're telling us that, and you see it, it's just like a common talking point. And it's always non-black people that get up and be like, oh, well, black people need to stop doing this. Oh, well, black people should do that. And I'll just be like, fam, I don't ever hear black politicians talking about what Asians should do in their home.
Right.
Or what's the problem facing the Latin community is. You know what I'm saying? Fam, like even Fat Joe. I love Fat Joe. But Fat Joe said some like off-the-cuff shit about Bill Cosby that I'm like, nigga, there's Puerto Ricans that have gotten caught up in some shit, fam. I don't see you on your live talking about them. Like, why are black Americans such low-hanging fruit when it comes to, like, scrutiny and opinions? I just think that shit is asinine, man. And, like, I don't know. Y'all let us know in the comments if I'm reaching. But just stop and think about that shit for a minute. Like, if you're a non-black person, do you spend money with black people? I'm not talking about your neighborhood drug dealer or a resident motherfucker that you're buying shit that you ain't got no business from. I'm talking about, do you understand that, like, in the city that you live in, there's many from all through Nevada, from Reno to Las Vegas, Sparks, Henderson, there's many black-owned businesses.
Well, here's the thing. You were talking about censorship. Let me touch on that before I lose my train of thought. It's all selective censorship.
Come on, boy.
We going hella late because he wrote on another one that niggas need to call earlier.
Hey man, I'm gonna get it together for you, fam. We gonna work on that. My bad, boy. I appreciate your love though.
Jesus Christ,
it's my brother forever, man. I always support your kid.
What was I talking about?
Censorship.
So it's not, like I said, it's selective censorship, because on this platform right here, on our Facebook Live, if I say the FAGGOT word enough, I will get this stream right now. Oof. Shut it down. No, here's what I'm saying. I'm talking about selective censorship.
No, fam, you're right. That's what you're right. I'm just let me just add this. You coined a perfect phrase.
Selective censorship.
Selective censorship.
Because they will shut this down. ATS show will no longer be able to broadcast on Facebook. They will cut us off.
Right.
If I say that F word over and over and over again. But we could say nigger, 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 and ain't nothing ever gonna happen to us on here.
And so my thing about that, dog, I'm glad you made that point, because one day it just hit me. And I noticed it. And then, when we were all young, Florida Matt, if you in there, you could tell, motherfuckers used to say like shit like, oh, this music is poisoning this generation. And I was the young kid that thought he knew everything, that would laugh and be like, huh, that's a ridiculous argument. How in the music is not going to influence anybody to do anything. And then what they start doing, because for hip-hop, when the shit was created, there was always a positive reinforcement for every negative image and stereotype.
Right.
They got rid of all them. There is no Black Stars, Commons, nigga. It ain't none of that shit. They getting all that. They got all that conscious, make you feel good music the fuck out of here. And then everybody is depressive, murderous, demonic, and on drugs. And you think about a generation, and I'm like, holy shit, now that I'm older, I'm looking, and I'm like, well, they don't have no common sense. They don't have no Ice Cubes and no shit like that to make you think about
Most Def to live
some shit.
police.
They don't have nothing that sparks your mind to make you think in a positive retrospect. So, like, it's all negative. It's all party. It's all effed. So, and then you starting to see the crimes that are happening. These motherfuckers aren't even smart criminals. At least we had a section. Because you remember, if you was a little naughty boy, it was some naughty boy music that'll teach you how to get away with a crime or two. Yeah. Not even that. Like, that's why all these niggas is going to jail. They're all face to poster boys for RICO cases, right? Fam, you can't blame, we will not blame white people for the atrocities, nigga, of Black America solely. That's not what we're doing. Hey, we can't blame the Asian community for not spending their dollars with the Black community. Right? We can't blame the Latin community for not spending no money with the Black community, right? We can't blame them for that. But what we can do is understand our allies a little bit better.
Right.
Because it's not always race deep. But successful people are usually around who?
Successful people
that are like-minded. They're successful racist motherfuckers in this world that wake up every day and try to figure out how to prevent Akeem from ever becoming friends with Matt. Or prevent Akeem and Dre's show from ever reaching this or that, right? Or that's what you want to spend your brief time on this earth doing, sir. Go ahead, right?
Yeah.
But then there's other people, right, that wake up, they want to vibe. They're looking to grow. They're looking to learn. Yeah. Hey, man, both of those two energies that I said come in white, Black, tall, short, Asian, gay, Hispanic. So I understand the importance of not getting caught up on like skin color, right? And cultural depictions. But with all that being said, hey man, if it's blue, it's blue, and if it's red, it's red, fam. Yeah. If I'm wet, I'm a dry off.
Right.
And when I'm watching some shit, I watch sports. I used to want to be a sports journalist. Like I study sports. Like I love sports. And I be noticing like, I know for a fact that Colin Kaepernick wore a shirt that commemorated a very positive thing if you're Black American. Mm-hmm. Because Fidel Castro was lending his aid to Malcolm X on how to protect the people from something that every American admits happened. How in the fuck are you mad at a Black person, a foundational Black American, to wear a T-shirt because you have a different relationship with Fidel Castro? Mm-hmm. Like, imagine that. Like, you have a different relationship with Fidel Castro because you might be of the Cuban community, or you might just be an American that has only heard negative things about Castro. Right. But if you go Google and study some of the things that Fidel Castro has done for Africans and for freed slaves in America, you would probably be surprised. And if you're a Black American and you see these things, like his protection of Assata Shakur, like Fidel Castro's once allowing any Black American to come to Cuba and study medicine for free. See, these are things that he once did that will endure you if you're a Black American and you know these things, yep. Right? So if you speak out on that, you're not supposed to speak on or embrace that, right? I'm just talking about the fact that I feel like a lot of cultures think that they know Black culture, but they know nothing about Black American culture. You could be born in Africa and come to America and get citizenship, and you're now an African American. Yeah. That's not our race. That's not our culture. Foundational black Americans are the descendants of black Native Americans and the slaves that were stolen from Africa and pushed in together with all these black people and made of the slave people that you now call African Americans today. But when you say African Americans, hey, man, I just want everyone that can hear my voice to know that shout out to all my brothers and sisters around the world. But if a kid from Haiti moves to America for 3 years and he goes and do some fucking stupid shit to an old Oriental lady walking to the subway, the news says black man, African American. Nigga, that's not me and Dre's people.
No.
Now, do I have love for my Haitians? Yes.
Yep.
Do I have love for my Jamaican brothers and sisters? Yes. But no one asks a Korean person about what the fuck a Filipino does. So I'm tired of like this laziness and this borderline white supremacist mentality of non-black Americans to where you see a black-skinned person and a brown-skinned person and it's like, oh, it was a black guy. You know, he's African American. And that distinction is important because I'm starting to see that, like, man, it's really okay. Because if you talk shit about the American black athlete or entertainer and you disrespect them and go in, guess what? There's no race coalition coming after your ass. There's nobody that's gonna that has millions of dollars. There's not. We're the descendants of a people that had everything taken from us, and this is our struggle to get it back. We're a creative people. European ancestors and settlers were writing that about us in the 1800s, about our ways. The same shit that they call ghetto today and ratchet today. There were motherfuckers coming over here on behalf of the Queen of England, of Britain and shit like that, writing in their journals about our traditions, how cultured we were, how argumentative we were, and live and vibrant we were, and how musical we were, how athletic we were. These things were said about us then, and they've turned around and through a white supremacist regime, they've taught everybody to be white supremacists here.
Yeah.
So when I say that, I'm not picking on white people. I'm not calling out any of my white friends or any of my non-white friends. I'm talking about a United States government that was founded on stealing something from a sector of people and then built webs of deceit to make sure that we never got what was ours. So when I hear black people that are politicians, but they're of Jamaican descent, arguing against black Americans getting reparations, and I can't help but to laugh at that. Like, who the fuck are you to speak for us?
Right.
Because if shit went bad for black people today and they decided all you niggas are going back into slavery, black Americans have no place to run. And if you all weren't paying attention over the course of our 100 plus years of enslavement here, no African nations came to get us. The United Nations never said anything about it, fam. It wasn't an issue.
Right.
For the first time in American history, in the history of the world, the United Nations had made a statement on the mistreatment of the American Negro. You think American publications are putting that out there? You don't think that's a groundbreaking story? Hey, the United Nations said that y'all treat black Americans wrong over there, and it needs to stop. But we now know the farce that the United Nations is, because the United Nations only has power when they're going after countries with gold and resources for the white European Western society.
Yep.
The United Nations had all the power in the world when it came to Muammar Gaddafi. They have no power when it comes to George Bush taking his ass over to Iraq and Afghanistan when they told him not to. They have no power over the mistreatment of black people, the funded mistreatment. Right now, our government there's government redlining. Right now, you know, and it's a silent killer, man, and it's killing our culture. Because you want black athletes to be proud, and I'm gonna segue to our Olympic topic, because you want Americans to be proud of said country. Fam, I'm looking at these cats play. I don't think they really want to be there. You got contracts and obligations and shit like that, yeah, but I'm looking at cats and I'm like, man, why would you? But I'm looking at the Nigerian kids and they playing with their heart out on that chest. I'm looking at the kids from Spain. I'm looking at Luka Doncic and all the kids from Slovenia. They diving for balls, dog. They're excited. They playing with they heart on their sleeve, fam. And I just feel like, man, we as a society, man, we got to pay more attention to that.
Before we get into this Olympic shit, I just want about something.
What's up?
My girl always doing this shit. She always wants to bring me the weird flavors of the candy, right?
Mystery night crawlers, huh?
The other 2 flavors was cool. I ain't gonna do this to you and how you taste this.
Oh, I'm not eating that.
This motherfucker tastes like celery, nigga.
On purpose?
No, I don't think so. It's supposed to be, bruh. If it was on purpose, the other 2 is fruit flavors. This shit is like celery, nigga.
Well, at least you got the juicy exploding
No,
cubes.
see, this is the shit I'm talking about too. Like,
Pause.
no, stop, nigga. We don't need this new shit. Just the regular bright crawlers, you know, the original joints. The sneakers is aight. Nigga, I got the All-Star one. That shit had octopus.
You talking about the James Harden sneakers?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, pause, man. I used to fuck those little James Hardens up, nigga. Them shit was fire.
Right. Then I'm still not bad. But I got the All-Star one. Well, the All-Star had llamas, octopuses, and a whale or some shit.
Was it fire?
No. It was hella gummy and not enough sour. Like the octopus, like that fucking way they put a bunch of sour for the little joints.
Damn.
Stop.
I'm gonna be honest with you, fam.
Stop with this.
What's up with candy companies changing shit anyway?
I don't know, bro. But
Like,
look at this. Look at these. The strawberry, mango, apple water. Like, come on with these.
and man, niggas got me fucked up, man. Because I went and bought my nephew some fruit snacks once, right, the other day.
Look at this. Hella gummy, not enough sour, bro. I bet these niggas is trash.
I went and bought McCoy some fruit snacks.
Oh yeah.
Them shits was going like the price was up. They was expensive.
Oh,
And I remember thinking to myself,
it was like $5.
I remember thinking to myself like, some shit shouldn't have inflation on it, fam. Like,
candy or no.
why in the fuck would fruit snacks, nigga, have an inflation to it? Like, what happened in the world
You can have those
to
if
where
you want
nigga?
them, nigga.
No, I ain't gonna. I got these. I ain't about to. I can't OD like that.
I'm about to
What happened in the world, fam, to where? Oh, you know what? Damn, this happened. So now, high fructose corn syrup is at an all-time high. We gotta make. This shit is made in the lab.
This shit's foul. The bites tear, yeah.
Look at this shit. You know what it is? You gotta be like 10 years old for that.
That shit's
You gotta
terrible,
be like 10 years old. If
nigga.
you
Like,
10, you should have gave him a little man.
I ain't gonna do him like that.
He probably would have fucked him
He
up.
gonna get the OG. Yeah, fuck that. Stop with the new
That wasn't
shit.
a good idea, bro.
No. Stop with the right. Stop with the new shit, bro. Like that shit bite like a rubber band.
What kind of
nigga.
gummy was that? Yeah, like
That shit have bite to it, nigga.
That shit
That shit wasn't a gummy. That shit.
yeah, fam. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know.
That motherfucker bit back, nigga. I'm cool.
You're right. It definitely had a little bite back to it.
We throwing that's a
For sure.
rubbery piece of candy, nigga. That was a eraser with some fruit filling paws in it.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, back to the
I just
Olympics. All you niggas. Oh, go ahead. my
No,
bad.
go ahead. I won't say nothing.
Oh. All you niggas that went and played the Olympics. If any one of you were wearing these equality and all that shit, and you know it's every one of you had that shit on the back of your jerseys.
It's like, fam, yeah, y'all definitely kind of got to work. Y'all got to.
Why the fuck are you over there?
I'm going to
bro?
hold off just to see if somebody go over there and be like, nigga, this is what I'm rocking. Do something about it.
They haven't yet. I'd have did it first.
Well,
day.
they're in Vegas. They haven't,
Oh, it hasn't even went over there yet. Okay.
Yeah, they ain't started.
They're in Vegas. So we'll see. But right now, if y'all just go over there and just play, I don't want to hear y'all ever jump on your soapbox when it's time to be Black Lives Matter and all that shit again. Because you had your chance. This is your chance to really be like, oh, it's like that. Well, we're not going. Send all the white players.
Let's
to
talk
go play.
about that. Because it's some fucked up shit that Team USA is doing. Now, I'm trying to sound intelligent and shit. Aquatic athletes that are of African and black descent representing the USA. One of the ongoing things, if you're a black athlete in certain fields in the Olympics, that especially if you're a woman that acquires like updo to like your hair, etc. Well, they make everything in this country cater to white people. And when black people and other people say that, they're not just complaining. That's true. So if the U.S. Olympics, because of their capitalistic ways, the U.S. Olympic team is only going to allow 2 companies to produce water hats for all the athletes.
It's going to be catered to white athletes.
They're making them for white people's hair. So black athletes are now at a disadvantage, and they're struggling.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm seeing it. Like motherfuckers got the welts all on their foreheads. It's just not for their hair. Like our hair goes towards the sun.
Yep.
Hey, I don't know why it's like that. I'm not saying it's better, and I'm damn sure not saying it's worse.
Right.
However, I know for a fact that there's certain products for white people's hair that I can't use, right? And there's certain products for my hair that they can't use. What's wrong with that? But what happens when you have built-in white supremacy all the way through the fabric of the culture, it even gets on the U.S. national team that has black athletes on it, right? That claims not to be racist, that claims to be inclusive. But a black company, not because we're black, but because we need shit for our hair too, so we're going to think about those type of things.
Right.
That's why I'm not mad at a white person that makes a shower cap not thinking about my fucking kinky curly ass hair.
Exactly.
Right? But in inclusion, you don't discriminate and exclude a company that cared enough about said black athletes, because this woman, actually the founder of the company, was a former said black athlete. Mm. She makes a brand of the thing and all that. So naturally, if you're a black female swimmer or black male swimmer, you already have this brand. It's like a popular brand of hair, equipment. USA Olympic team banned it. No, you can't use that. You have to use the shit that we designed for white people. Simone Biles went through all that shit about her hair not being professional and, she didn't look cute. She wasn't pretty. Like, even though she's a beautiful young girl. Mm-hmm. But guess what, though? Now that she's won all those fucking gold medals, and she's became the highest paid gymnast and the number 1 gymnast of all time, now that she has the resources to hire her own hair and makeup team, no one says she doesn't look professional now.
Right.
Why is that? Because the U.S. gymnastics team hired a white woman to do all of their hair, and she don't know how to do black people's hair. She doesn't understand the things you do in this white girl's hair, nigga, ain't gonna work. That hairstyle for her is not gonna be the same for me. But there's a rule that we all have to be in uniformity. So I gotta wear my hair like a white girl and make. Come on, look at the makeup. Look at her dark skin. Why would you put purple fucking blush on her cheeks? Like you make her look like a clown, and then you talk bad about her, right? But now you look at her and it's just like, there's no glow up. She's just a beautiful girl that's in her natural light.
Right.
And I'm just talking about these microaggressions that people go through. Because I'm like, bro, I know for a fact that if I was on the USA men's basketball team, representing a sport that's dominated by African Americans, that has generated billions of dollars for the country, I might want an African American flag on my jersey.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that. If I'm a Mexican kid on the fucking soccer team, balling my motherfucking ass off, I might want a Mexican American flag too, nigga, on my shit. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that, because guess what? You see Mexican flags in this country. You see Jamaican flags in this country. You see Haitian and Puerto Rican and Cuban flags in this country.
But no African American.
The average motherfucker don't even know that there is an African American flag, because one of the things is manufacturers won't make them. When I was at the Millions More movement, nigga, about 15 fucking years ago, at the Million Man March anniversary in D.C., and I learned as a black man, I got one on my wall, but I didn't have enough cash on me to buy a big one, and I had to fly home, or else I would have. Because one of the things that they were saying is like, they got to go through hell to get them produced. Because the same companies that make all these other flags
refuse to make them.
Like, and if these things aren't going to be discussed and talked about now, I don't mind any company being racist. I don't mind any person being racist. But you shouldn't be supported by the United States government.
Exactly.
So if your company doesn't want to hire fairly and things like that, then they shouldn't get government subsidies for being an American company. You don't get to have your cake and eat it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you do if you white.
And when these,
or if you're
1% white,
I mean,
right?
Yeah. You get to have everything and eat it too.
And that's the thing. It's like, poor white people have no reason to learn these things. about what's going on to black people and what has happened. And the system doesn't teach them that. So why would they go study and figure out what happened to Fred Hampton? Why would they go do things like that? They wouldn't. Just like we're not doing that about what happened to the Irish people.
Right.
So what I want everyone to know is that when we have these conversations, like, don't be surface level thinkers. And you hear us say white people, you hear us say Asian people, you hear us say whatever, Mexican. Don't be surface level. We're not talking about skin deep. We're talking about the political, social, what is the word? Stigma of all these different groups. And if you have banks that are being accused of not loaning black people money, right? But flooding the Latin community with loans. Yeah, if you're not educated about that, it'll look like black people don't got their shit together and don't want to have businesses and don't do all that. Especially if you live here, where the demographic of us isn't as strong.
Well, I mean, let the powers that be tell it. We will always be lazy. We will always
we built this country, man.
be every
we're not lazy.
stereotype in the book. We will always be redlined. We will always be systemic racism.
Yeah.
And it's because a lot of you refuse to believe that we go through this shit. Like,
right, man.
I had to break it down to my own mom what systemic racism is in my world, because systemic racism isn't an umbrella term. Systemic racism is different for every black person,
right?
Because me and him may have never had to live on the streets or fear of having no food or that type of shit, but me and him have been redlined. Me and him have seen our parents. Me and him have seen our parents kicked out of a place when a white owner sees that there's black males and black women living there.
Gentrification.
We've seen gentrification. We have seen police brutality. We have seen unfair justice system.
You've seen
unfair justice system.
You've seen acceptable drug usage and peddling. Like, man, fam, I remember when I was a kid, I used to be like, there's no way in hell that the cops don't know that y'all selling drugs. Like, how are you successful standing on this corner selling dope all day?
And no cops are fucking.
And all these cops come through here, but they only come through like towards the end of the day. They shake you down. They probably take some of your money, and they go on about their business. Or once a month they'll come lock one of you cats up.
Right.
I always thought it was strange that, like, and I'm not gonna go on this tangent. Shout out to everybody, but fam, y'all can shut down Al Qaeda and not the Bloods and Crips.
Hold on. Well, I'm about to segue on some other shit.
I'm just saying.
Now that
I'm not picking on. I'm not going that way. But
no.
Just that one point.
I'm talking about Al Qaeda. Now that you brought that up, do you see that the Taliban is trying to tell America, pull out? We'll take care of it from here. We'll keep ISIS and all them out. All them niggas is finna do is, as soon as we out, they're gonna be like, "Hey, ISIS.
Hey, guess what though?
Come here."
Guess what, fam? Right now.
No, but let me keep going.
It's FDA business, man.
Let me keep going.
I can't.
But let me keep going. Hold on, because I know why they're doing this. They want to always have to go to war with the Middle East about something, right? So a better way to do it, put the Taliban in power, let the Taliban get with ISIS, make this strong-ass little thing to go to war with, and then we get to go to war for another 10 years.
That's just it, though, fam. Like,
that's America thinking.
It is, but my thing is, like, who are we to put anybody anywhere?
Right, I'm not saying we are, but that's what this is. I'm just saying
we're no moral leaders of the world.
No,
we're
but
nothing.
This is what I'm saying. This is just American. This is them setting us up to go to war in the next 10 years for another 10 years.
I guess you can call it American, like, but if we being honest, nigga, it's white supremacy. Because, nigga, if you did a poll of every American citizen,
I'm not talking
most of us would be like, man.
No. When I see very American, I mean by the world's judgment of American. That is very American. When the world looks at American government and America's structuring as a whole, what's more American than going to war?
I mean, fam, shit, that's what all Western European ran nations have done.
But I'm just saying.
And they've been doing it way before just America.
We're talking about us specifically. I'm not saying it doesn't happen in history. But when motherfuckers think about stupid Americans, motherfuckers think Americans let it go to war.
But who goes to war with them? America don't just be out here going to these wars by themselves. No, I'm saying.
I'm talking about like Iraq and them. I'm talking about
I'm not either.
like the Englands and the motherfuckers like that.
No, listen to me. Who goes to war with us? everybody that's a fucking ally sends troops. It don't
Right.
just be America. We just watch American news in America. But if you're fucking in Britain, they talking about their troops being over in Afghanistan and shit like that too, and the death toll.
But
and how
no,
many
but
people
this
died.
is. But what I'm just saying is, there's nothing more American than thinking of America setting up a war by putting the Taliban in order to be able to get there in another 10 years.
Right. I mean, we do regime changes. You know what I mean? We do that.
Right.
Like, he ain't giving us what we want.
We're gonna get him out of there.
Send them CIA boys over there and get him the fuck up out of there, and we'll put him in office. You know what I'm saying? We'll put him in office. So it's one of them.
They saying that we had an involvement in killing now the African prime minister, right?
Haiti. I wouldn't be surprised.
Not
but
at all.
let me tell you, like, Haiti is the Western world's biggest arch enemy. And you know why? Because in 1812, I think it's 1812, don't quote me on that date, Haiti became the first enslaved nation of black people to overthrow the colonizers and the enslavers. You know what I mean? Now, how many times you gonna get up, my nigga? This nigga all over the place. But with that being said, like, so we're not gonna deny that white supremacy exists, and white supremacists exist in very powerful places. That idea, that mentality. So it's a nation that's not. You would think if the world really believed all the shit that and felt the way it was, and how it talks about equality and we're growing in the right direction, and America helping. Why does America help Haiti? Like, Haiti won't sign over no resources. Haiti won't give America shit and won't let you set a base up there. So why wouldn't you help? It's just like the black people of Liberia that are basically descendants of slaves here that made the migration with Marcus Garvey and them back to their own nation and created their own. Then that's a shit show, because no Western power that stole literally bodies and stole all these resources from these people, they won't go because they got away, right? They're the ones that got away. Oh, you want to go be free and live away from us, your former masters? Okay, then we won't send aid. We don't care if there's an epidemic going on. We don't care about any of that. Shit, nigga, when this shit was going on, the pandemic, you didn't hear motherfuckers concerned about Haiti, right? There's no really like backing in Haiti, and it's because those are a group of black people that literally murdered white women, men, and children for their lives, their freedom, and their land. Now, these people wasn't originally from Haiti, but that's where they were enslaved at. And they had the Haitian Revolution. They won. They beat two Western powers, and so the world has kind of left them to die, so to speak. So when I seen that going on, I'm like, yeah, man. It seems like Haiti can't ever get stable. They get a president, things are going cool. They get a president that's not really robbing the people, that's slowly building up. He gets killed, right? And then someone gets in there and that's just robbing the people, ain't shit.
That nigga there for hell long till
he's
he
there
die
for
in
a while
natural
until he
causes.
die or until he gets nigga killed by the people,
Right?
Overturning it,
Or we
You know
go
what I'm
kill
saying?
him because
he gets out of line with us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just foul, bro. Like, and I just think that everyone needs to leave everyone alone. I respect Joe Biden's stance in the fact of, like, we're bringing our boys home. Our men and women are coming home. If the Taliban fires back up, whose fault is that? We've funded that place.
Yep.
We've paved roads. We've built hospitals. We've created infrastructure. We've trained military. We've funded military. The Taliban come back tripping.
That's our own fault.
Get them the fuck up out of there. It's their fault.
Oh yeah,
That's your country,
That's,
man.
yeah, right.
Nigga,
Yeah,
that's
that's
your
your country. We set you up
Do
beautifully.
you want to be living under these motherfuckers? No, yes or no? Because we gave you everything. We ran them off, nigga. We killed most of their leaders. They weak right now. But guess what, dog? Americans fight for their freedom in America every day. This democracy shit looks sweet Freedom ain't free though.
Not especially not for black people.
Freedom ain't free. But shit, freedom ain't free if you're a white person in America, even if you're rich.
Right.
Taxes is a motherfucker.
Yeah, unless you're Bezos.
Taxes is a motherfucker,
Trump.
right? That's true. I'm just saying the way our culture is set up.
Hey, matter of fact, you know what?
Motherfuckers still got to pay
Speaking
for
about-
power and electricity.
Just made me think about it. Shout out to motherfucking Richard Branson too.
Why? Because you went overseas? Overseas. So you went out to space? Mm-hmm. I seen that shit. That was wild.
Shout out to him.
I was
And
scared.
because
I was
he's
scared
not
the whole time
and
watching that
because
shit.
he's not a rich dickhead. Like, because here's my thing. Okay, he did it. Jeff Bezos, you know what he did? The little kid thing. Well, that don't matter because our motherfucking rocket goes up 10 miles higher.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. God damn. Like, nigga, you're that much of a hoe, nigga.
You know what my problem
You're
is?
already the richest man in the world, nigga. Shut the fuck up, nigga.
Why aren't you trying to eradicate homelessness
Something.
or hunger?
Would you go to space with 250 grand?
No.
If you had it, and you'd already doing all your humanitarian shit, you know, you giving money out to everywhere it need to go, shit like that, just for shits and giggles, just to say you went to the atmosphere.
I'm an earthling, fam.
He said, "I'm not."
You know what I'm saying?
He said, "I see me. I want
Your boy from the earth.
I want to go up. I want to see that. Just once, but I'm gonna be scared if I can get back down.
Always,
because it ain't the exit.
It's the link coming back.
How many movies you done seen? They always got a problem. What?
Not even
getting
movies,
back
in real life.
Right.
Fam, let me tell you this though.
Oh yeah, all the Apollo 13. What happened? They got out there real easy, and once they
Couldn't
got
come
out there,
back.
shit went.
I'm gonna just say this though, fam. Like on that tip, what you talking about? All my life, I felt like when I imagined being in space, or like what it would be like. What if I was on a spaceship? It's because we couldn't be in Earth.
Oh,
Like I never was the one to think like,
it
oh,
always
that'd be
was
dope
the
to
worst
come.
case scenario.
Because I've always been so fearful of the opportunity or the possibility of not making it back.
it is
That
like
nigga.
I said,
The only way I'm going in a spaceship to leave the
every
atmosphere
mission,
is if,
almost
nigga,
every, because you have to
is
think about
if
it.
it's a scenario where like, nigga, if we don't go right now, we all dying on Earth.
Because let's think about it. How many space shuttles have blown up on the way? There's
A few.
like there hasn't, but it's
Not a lot.
That's what I'm
compared
saying.
To like
it's
the,
more on the comeback,
Right.
and it's like how many movies we done seen about true life
Fam.
stories of
And
re-entries
you think
that go
you know
bad.
how our
nigga.
government move, man.
Right.
You how many motherfuckers you think they sent out there for missions, and shit went left and they couldn't bring them home and they just didn't tell us. Think about it. You
I don't
know that
think
happened
I don't
before.
know if there's many because I think no there hasn't because you know why? America's so egotistical. They pretty much put every fucking shuttle takeoff on
You
TV.
think that they put all the ones that we want, but I'm talking about where they really be testing shit. Like, all right, for this, we're gonna go the furthest we've ever went in space today.
I'm not gonna.
They're
be
not
that
putting
guy.
that on the news because
Yeah, I
they know
know.
chances
They're not
might go.
coming
They
back.
might not come back. It's a lot of motherfuckers probably
do if they-
floating around. Nigga,
What you
just
gonna
floating.
do if they come to you with that assignment and that's gonna be your just nigga,
Fam,
if you don't do this?
no.
you'll never
You
go
see that
into-
movie that's coming out with the black dude that accidentally he's like supposed to be cleaning and like the shit,
yeah.
and nigga like something happens where he passes out or whatever and wakes up and they didn't already took off, and he like nigga y'all gotta take me back, and they're like no, nigga, we don't go back for 2 years. It's a 2-year trip, and that nigga literally had like a sick aunt. And like left his sister at the house type shit, nigga. Like he was one of them niggas that was taking care of his younger sister and his elder like in his house and had to work a job. So
And he was
throughout
just on the
day,
space
he had
shuttle?
to leave the little sister home, and then he goes and was working on the space ship, cleaning them and shit and whatever. And dog, my sister asked me, we was watching the preview. She was like, "Fam, what would you do?" I said, "Bro, we're going back."
I'm giving.
Hey, nigga, fuck this
I kill
mission,
all
nigga. I
you
don't give a
niggas
shit what you niggas think. Fam, that's what I said. I'm like, bro, you taking me home.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm like, did you get enough food for 2 years for all of us?
That's the movie. They like one of those people.
Because
she's
I
like,
know you've only done it for you.
when you see the astronauts huddling up, like, we only got rations for. Nigga, this 2 years.
We're going back. Because nigga, I'm gonna kill all y'all for your food first.
They teaching this nigga how to be an astronaut, nigga, right there, nigga, in space, nigga, for the first time. He woke up like, nigga, what the fuck is going on? Tripping. Nigga, I was like,
Relax.
Because they seen him and was like, oh my God. He's still knocked out. Like, and so when he woke up, they was just on him like they had to strap him down. Like, fam, relax. Because he looking out the window.
The same.
Nigga,
Oh.
come on, fam.
Could you imagine?
You looking out the window and there's just black nigga around you.
No,
like,
it's
nigga,
not black. You'll see the earth.
if you on the right side.
Because what if you see that? Or what if you see the moon and it's just right here? You're like, Nick, you gonna hurt somebody.
I'm gonna have a heart attack. I'm going into shock, bro. I'm going into shock.
You gonna wake up and be like,
hey, and I'm not even fighting it. Like, fuck it.
Take me.
Because I don't want to wake up and see this shit again.
Nah, because the fucked up part about, are you gonna think you dreaming? You gonna be like, nah.
Can't be.
I'm dreaming. I'm gonna wake up soon. It's good. They really just gonna, hey, no.
Fam,
you here.
I told my sister, I was like, man, they taking me back.
I'm gonna cause so much problems
Fam,
up there.
you taking me back or we're all going? Because I'm about to be wilding in here, nigga. Oh, wait. How does
all the food.
You turn? Look, I'm be like, nigga, this how you turn it around? Nigga,
Touching buttons.
hey, I'll pull my Johnson out, man, and wet all the food up, nigga. Turn this shit around, nigga. Nobody eating.
He said wet all the.
Oh, this the water? Nigga, I'm pouring shit out.
All
nigga,
in the
like,
water jugs and shit.
Fam, I'm going in. They gonna be like, oh, we gotta abort mission. Because in my mind, whatever the hell y'all up here to do is not more important than taking me home, nigga. I'm not built for this shit, nigga. I can't breathe out here. Like, nigga, I don't know what to do, nigga. I'm floating around.
Yeah, nigga, you look outside and nothing but darkness or the moon or some type of just.
Dog. That would be the scariest. What other scenario is worse than that? I mean, let's like
waking up in the middle of the ocean.
Fuck. Okay. Shit, man. I'm talking about ocean all the way around too. Hey, fam, I'm not gonna lie,
like
kid.
between Texas and Puerto Rico ocean.
Fam, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be dead ass.
The
I might rather be in space, cause at least I'm in something.
And them
Like,
niggas trying to teach you what.
And
to
I
do
could just ride
and
this
then,
shit out, like nigga, fuck it. I ain't dead yet, nigga.
Middle of
and
the
I'm
ocean.
scared. I'm not looking out the window, nigga. But
the middle
but
of
dog,
ocean,
in the
where
middle
you
of the
gonna go?
ocean.
Your phone don't work there.
Fam, I'm so scared of being stranded at SC.
That's one of mine too, dog.
Nigga, me and my sister, we was watching some shit. I Shouldn't Be Alive. You ever seen that? Yeah. A girl goes with her like her swim instructor. They dive and shit, surf instructor, something like that. And no, they were deep sea divers. Fam, he takes her to some island, nigga, like called Shark Island, where it's just big boy sharks, right? Because they want to go diving with the sharks. Now, that's cool when you just in the water for a few hours during the daytime. They're least aggressive, right? You go down there and swim, get some pictures and some video, and then you bring your ass on up, nigga. Great story.
They were in nighttime when them niggas was active.
They missed their marker because of the sea was shaky. So where their marker was, where they were supposed to get picked up back by boat, when they came up, they really was like, if the marker's like right here, they came up over here.
Oh, shit.
So they had to tread back. As they're treading back, nigga, the boat people come, nigga, the little company that drop you off, they come, nigga, like, hey, yo, yeah.
And you can't hear nothing over the water.
Well, nigga, they ain't here. And they do the foulest shit ever. They leave, nigga. They was only out there for, they come circle around like, nope, nigga, ain't here, what? They looking and shit. But meanwhile, they see them and they're just swimming to them, but the waves is choppy. So, like, the wave come up, you see them, and then you down, and they can't see the boats up there. So, like, the motherfuckers left. They have to spend the next 18 hours treading water in the middle of the ocean, bro.
I'm just going to drown.
And then it was an island. They was, like, after a while, at first they was treading for, like, some hours, and then, like, girl,
I seen the island.
girl started freaking out.
Because they said if they run into the island too hard, nigga, their skin's too soft.
That's exactly what it was.
They're going to rip them apart.
It was like because of the tide by the island.
It
was like, fam,
and shit.
you see, he was telling no girl, like, you see the island.
You don't see
but you don't see those rocks and shit that we got to climb up to get to the island. She's like, we can make the climb. I'll make the climb. He was just like, no, the current will smash us against the rocks. And we're going to die. Like, we're not built for that. So that's what we're risking. But what happened is they end up, for whatever reason, oh, yeah, dog. This Beezy, because she started panicking and tripping and shit, she motherfucking, like, lost her little breathing thing. She starts tripping and dropped her shit. Just, like, about to, like, pass. Like, she was hot, and she, like, took it off. And he was just like, yeah, just keep it on. And she was like, oh, I'm hot. And she pulled her shit up because they was, like, treading water just to like let some like air hit her face. Then she put her hair back because she kind of got tired and wasn't just kind of like not paying attention. Nigga put her hair back. That motherfucker just went right off, nigga. And then she tried to grab it and couldn't. That motherfucker was gone. And it was starting to get dark. And that's when he just looked at her and was like, yeah, we got to swim. We got to make it to the island. Because we can't tread like this, nigga. Like, we got to go to the island. Nigga, they didn't sharks coming around and shit, nigga. Big-ass whales and shit. Like, I'm like, dog, I would have a fucking heart attack. I don't care if that was Free fucking Willie. I don't care if that nigga was coming to give me a ride to shore, bro. I wouldn't make it.
Nope.
As soon as I see him, I'm like, oh, bruh. He had to come swoop me, nigga, and just dump a nigga to the shore. Like on a movie, fam.
Nigga, you
like,
would faint right in the water.
Man, first off, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a city boy, concrete. Pavement. Nigga, I don't even
I'm not doing any of that
fam,
anyway.
I don't even do deep water like that.
I'm not DC diving shit.
I don't do deep water in pools like that. Nigga. Like, fam, I'm not. I just always was like that. Like, even when I learned how to swim, I never felt safe, nigga. Like, this shit don't feel safe at all. I can't even believe this shit is working. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm straight.
Physics of this don't make no
straight,
sense.
fam. I don't like that shit. So, like, I'm not doing that.
Right.
I be looking at this little yacht shit, nigga. I be following these big ass yachts, and I'm like, nigga, do you know how big the yacht gotta be for me to be at sea with you? If you be like, yo, man, this nigga King was on, you know what I'm saying, and like, nigga south of Italy, nigga, just on the water kicking it. I mean, the yacht is the size of Walmart, fam. Like, I got to be able to like forget.
You can't
I'm
fall
on
off
water,
at
nigga.
all.
Like, ain't no like going to sleep and waking up and just seeing the ocean, nigga. I can't do that. Nigga, I would trip. I've always had a fear of water when it comes to that way. Like, I could swim, but like, nigga, I don't.
Nah, that's just, I said that'd be the
I don't
equivalent
enjoy
of
this
waking up
shit,
in
nigga.
spaces, waking up in the middle of the fucking ocean stranded, nigga.
Fam.
That's worse than waking up in space that you didn't know you was in space.
It is, because at least in space,
you're surrounded by something or you're already dead.
you don't even know what you're surrounded by.
Right.
It's so infinite out there.
No, but what I'm saying is like you're in some type of structure or
Right.
you're already dead. You wouldn't have felt yourself
Right.
die, nigga. You would have died.
And if the structure is gonna go bad, it's gonna be relatively quick.
Yeah, you're right. You're gonna die
Fam,
fast.
I don't want to get eaten by a whale or something, like, or a shark or something where they just bite me and then just
or
swim
wait
with
for
me.
hypothermia to kick in, or wait for my skin to get just jellified and
Come
just
on,
start
fam.
falling off and nigga bones and shit, because that's possible.
Water cold as shit.
And it's just moving. You sick. You don't feel good because it's just
Come on, man.
constant, nigga. You want to be still for a second.
Yeah,
You
bro,
can't
like,
relax.
You can't just like lay down.
Right. It's just constant motion.
Nigga, you like this, nigga.
Eventually, I'd have gave up. I'd have been like, hey, bro, it's been real, nigga. I'd have slept myself sick.
They both made it.
It'd have been
They swam.
it'd
I don't know. I don't remember the distance, bro, but it was a nice little chunk.
King, it would have been Jack from Titanic, nigga. I'd have.
Oh, I'm Jack for sure. I'm Jack for sure, bro. Like, I'm gone,
Or
fam.
it's just in the air, nigga. We're just down.
Make it quick, nigga.
Yeah, we
I'm
did.
gonna just open my pause, nigga. Like,
Just take a
Fuck it.
big, deep breath of water,
let's
nigga.
go. I got us to go, man. I can't. Shorty, hey, if you make it,
Tell him about me.
tell them I tried. Tell my loved ones I tried, nigga. Like, that shit was too much for me. They'll understand.
They would.
They gonna be like, "What was Keem doing out there?" Nigga, like, "Yeah, man."
Because
They probably
nigga,
gonna
if
think you
if you've ever been to the lake and swam out too far, you know that tired when you
It's
finally
scary,
get
bro.
back, nigga. You get to that
and
scared point.
you know this tired when you be like, "Ooh, what if I don't make it?"
That's the worst.
I had that happen once, nigga. Never again.
From here to where your car is in the front.
Never again.
That question, when you that far and that question hits, that's when you stop and try to get all your energy back. First, like I'm gonna float. Like, nigga, I got one more push in me. If
Right.
I get there, I'm dead. Nigga.
Right.
I got one more.
And you know what? Matter of fact, last time I was swimming, I realized my knee injury.
It's real in the water.
No, I can't swim as good.
Oh, okay.
Like, I was struggling to swim, nigga, like above water.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
of my legs. Like, my knee was like that. I didn't have the. And then, like, to get it out, like, it was, nigga, I remember that. Like, damn, this shit don't. And I remember thinking two things. Like, I need to probably just, like, get back in the pool and strengthen my shit up. Nah, I'm just never swimming again. Fam, it's over.
I'm not
Like,
strengthening shit. This swim shit's
not
up for
swimming
the
no
birds,
more, my
nigga.
nigga. I ain't swimming no
You
more.
might want to strengthen that up because just in case a
I
bad
know,
situation
bro.
happen and you need to swim
I know,
to shore,
dog.
nigga.
And it's something, you know what's funny? For the last, 3 months, I've been having that thought, like,
What if a nigga need to
nigga,
swim
I need to go brush
shore
up on my
one
swim.
time?
And I don't know why. So that's why I know for a fact if somebody hit me like, bro, I just won this cruise. Nigga, I don't care, nigga.
I'm not
What
going.
you look like, short, I'm not going. Because that was an epiphany, nigga. Like, we going to get there
I'm about to end up in this
and have
water
to swim,
somehow,
nigga, from
yeah.
here to the car.
And I ain't gonna
Then,
do
nigga,
it.
nigga, I'm not about to be a casualty, nigga. I watched this dude on this little date. He had some museum. It's a replica of the Titanic on the boats that they got on when they was leaving the ship. It's in the water, right? And then when the blue light come on, you can put your hands in the water, and it's the exact temperature of how it felt that night. Bro, the dude had his hands in the water. He was like, yeah, it ain't cold right now. She was like, yeah, it hasn't started yet. Read the sign. That's what his wife's telling him. Like, read the sign, silly. He's fussing back and forth with his wife, fam. That nigga had his hand in the water, not paying attention. That blue light came on. It was a big dude. This nigga, he's talking, like you'd have thought that, like, you know how nigga you get burnt? That reaction when a nigga burn themselves, like, oh shit. He was just like, oh fuck, like fuck, like he was looking at his hand, screaming like, nigga.
Okay, now let's say stranded in the water, in that type of water cold.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just swimming to the bottom, fam. But at that time, I'm like, okay, God, this how you want me to go? I'm just gonna look at everything I always wanted to look at in the ocean, like as much as I can see in the dark. Like, damn, it's crazy down here.
Until I drown.
But the whole time I'm swimming, I got my motherfucking mouth open, nigga. I might go down swimming, singing my ABCs, nigga. Like, I'm not about to sit here and try to tread water, wait for help, get on a wooden log, nigga, like my nigga Rose and them, nigga, like,
Rose
nah,
couldn't
fam.
even talk her fucking voice.
But you don't remember when the niggas came to get her, she had to hit that nigga, had to break that nigga hand off her, nigga. Like, nigga, I'll never let go, Jack. Like, nigga, let that nigga go real quick, nigga. Like,
she couldn't say nothing. She lucky she grabbed that whistle, nigga, because
Jack needed to get on that. He needed to get on that wood with her, nigga.
could you imagine having to make that decision if I'm about to jump in this water and try to catch these niggas? You know how cold that water is. You see that boat was about where the couch is.
Yeah, it was.
Like,
It
nigga,
was.
You gotta be like,
But dog, the ship is breaking in two.
no. I'm talking about when she was getting saved at the end. When the save boat came, try to see who was still
Oh
alive.
yeah, and he did came and got her.
She
Yeah.
had to make that choice to go find that whistle, nigga.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Hey, bro, you know what? Now that you said that, shout out to Rose. She deserve all that.
Yeah.
Cause she was a G for that. Cause nigga, a lot of niggas, bro.
We'd have froze.
I don't know.
I might have
Cause
froze.
nigga, if you get off the log and you don't get the shit, and they leave you,
You just gotta
oh,
watch them leave.
fam, it's over. But I guess at that point in time, it's just like, nigga, I need it to happen quick, nigga. This gonna go or not, nigga. You need to, bro. Cause she was so cold, she couldn't even yell.
She couldn't talk. She had to get that whistle. She almost couldn't blow the whistle. Nigga, I'd have found my voice. I'd have found mine.
Yeah, there's no way, nigga.
You would have heard me.
If it's the last thing I ever said, nigga, I like, yo, hey yo, like, nigga,
I'd have found my loud,
come
voice,
get the
nigga.
kid, bro.
You would have heard me to the next city, nigga.
Come get the kid, man. Like, that shit. Hey, that movie Titanic was wild, nigga. That's a wild ass story, fam.
The most aggressive splashing you ever heard.
All because a nigga hit an iceberg. Hey, when I was a youngster, like when I was a little young, I didn't really understand. I didn't understand what an iceberg really was. So I was like, nigga, why that happened?
No, it wasn't because he hit an iceberg. It's because this goofy ass nigga didn't realize that how much of that iceberg was underwater.
Well, nigga, you saying the same thing. He hit an iceberg,
Stupid
nigga.
ass, because that's that saying, tip of the iceberg. Nigga, you don't know how much iceberg.
You only see the tip.
Right. That shit is embedded in the ground, my nigga. It ain't just floating.
But another thing is, what the fuck is you niggas doing floating by icebergs anyway? Like, and bro, I read some ill shit. Hold on, I read some ill shit.
I think they got
the movie Titanic is kind of foul because the waiters and servers and shit on the Titanic was black people though. Right?
Oh yeah, they didn't show that.
They didn't show that. Yeah, they didn't show it because of the foul shit that they did to the motherfuckers. Nigga, where they locked them in that little shit, nigga. But they should. And if they'd have put that in a movie, it would have been way. It would, But nigga, this the truth. It's what happened. Nigga, tell the truth.
Bro.
You know what I mean? But that. Can you imagine that's the way you went out?
I'd have found, like I said, if I was, I'd have found my voice, nigga. You would have. Hell no, because I'd have been killing white folks.
Fam.
You wouldn't have locked me in there because I would have ripped that fucking door down.
This is all I'm saying. Like
I seen that little flimsy ass little gate, nigga. Shit, me and you would have tore, nigga.
Fam, all I'm saying is this: like, don't think you're just getting on a boat because you're rich and scurrying off, nigga, without me.
Not at all.
Nigga, all them boats would have sank because we jumping on, nigga. Niggas jumping on the boat. They be like, get these niggas off the boat. Like, nigga, nah.
Yeah.
Watch out, my nigga. Like, but yeah, that shit foul.
The band that played had to have been black. They weren't white.
Yeah, because they knew they wasn't getting on the boat anyway. Like, nigga might as well play this shit.
That band was not white like they made them in the movie. I guarantee they were black.
Yeah, that's foul, bro. That's a foul way to go. And on top of it, it's like, nigga, you really ain't had no business. Like,
or the scene with the
I'm not going on a boat. I always say this is my rule. Like a little boat, like I'll go on this Carnival cruise and all that. Who's VIP? If I'm not VIP, if I'm not sitting if I'm not on the boss level to where if shit go bad, I get a little boat to get on.
The Titanic.
I'm not getting on there.
The Titanic was supposed to be indestructible and unsinkable.
And sunk.
No,
I remember.
That's what he did. He was like, I could hit this and nothing's gonna happen. Not realizing that they didn't put that boat together right. And it had very flimsy sides to it and very flimsy, or whatever the big ass nails they put into the shit. It was all shoddy work because that shit was supposed to be unsinkable. It could hit anything and not have to worry about that. That's why he didn't worry about turning away from it.
Dumb. Bad move.
You see, niggas don't play with icebergs no more.
Not smart.
You see, they don't play with them no more. They go right around these motherfuckers now.
You might want to, fam.
Dog, but that's some cold. Yeah, that's a fear of mine. Nigga. That's why I hate flying over big bodies of water. Because I'm like, okay, if the plane goes down and they land it somehow in the middle of this ocean,
that's your best bet.
I'm gonna wish you blew this motherfucker up.
No, that's your best bet. You know why? Because those chairs become like floating devices.
I get that. Here's my thing. If we're in the middle of...
You don't want to land the shit in the field.
No, but what I'm saying, Keem, if we are in the middle of New York in a London flight and we crash in the ocean,
right?
Nigga, how long you think it's going to take Coast Guard or somebody to get to us before niggas start drowning? Somebody get eaten.
No, if we can get in our little floaty devices things.
Jellyfish.
We're going to be, there's some shit.
Jellyfish.
You don't want to be in that situation. So.
Cause, nigga, jellyfish can swim better
than you.
But they
will be quick to get to us, though, I think.
It depends on how far you are in the middle of the ocean because they have to come from a coast. They're going to come from either coast. If you are in the middle.
The Coast Guard always got people in the water anyway. So it'd be some motherfuckers that's probably in the middle of the ocean.
And what if you was on the last boat ride, though? They taking you in waves, nigga.
Are you talking about when you oh, hell no. Hey, bro. That's fucked up. Because you can't even really fight it out.
Because they'll arrest you.
You're in the middle of the fucking ocean. They'll just leave your ass.
And they got guns. They might shoot you.
Like, sir, calm down. We'll be back to get you.
We'll leave you out.
Fuck you mean you coming back? Hey, bro, I'm not built for that. I need to go on the first wave. I got to.
It's the coldest one. What if you're the second to you watching the second to last leave? You're like, what if these niggas don't come back for us, bro?
Fam.
Leave us here.
I know one thing.
Or what if it was so cold? Not cold, but like, what if they were so cold, it was like a helicopter rescue, and they ain't have enough room for just you, and they said, somebody, we're going to come right back for you.
Oh, no, that's an easy one. You know what I'm doing?
What?
That's easy. Don't even trip, nigga. I'm just, you know, I used to be on the monkey bars, nigga, the arms and leg. Yeah, nigga, I just got both arms and my leg on the little bottom part. I'm going to just say, hey, before you land it, nigga, let a nigga get off first.
That's don't just land on the head. Because what are they trying to tell you? They're like, hey, look, we gonna come back, but we miscalculated by one.
I don't trust niggas. Nope, because one is an easy number to shed. Like, we got 9 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be that one Coast Guard dick like, hey, we're not authorized to go back 3 times in one day. We have to wait till the morning. Like some stupid shit. Like, nah. It was like, man, let's see a picture of this nigga. Oh, he a black nigga with dreads? Nah, nigga. I'm on the little bottom part.
We got 9 to 10. We got 9 to 10, right?
I'm getting my Rambo on. Nigga, I'm on the bottom, nigga, just they like a fucking Navy SEAL,
you gonna
nigga.
Think
like,
you left me, nigga.
Facts. You're not leaving me by myself either. Oh, well, nigga, one of y'all got to stay.
Yeah. One of you Coast Guard niggas got to stay here with me.
Matter of fact, which one of y'all miscounted? Yeah, you come with me, nigga. Because you got me fucked up, nigga. It's like, or stay there until another nigga comes.
Yeah, you good? Yeah, nigga. I'm
going. Trip. We all going together,
You miscounted, nigga. I'm going with the niggas I came with.
My boy in the fire department, he was like, he was talking about his homeboy that got hurt. God bless him, running into a fire. And I was like, oh, that's dumb.
Oh, what if you was in a fire and you was the last nigga to get pulled out?
That ain't happening either.
The fire, I was like, I'm going to come right back for you, man.
I'm right on your hip, bro. Give me your jacket. You got the pants, I got the jacket, nigga. I'm right on your hip, B. You don't need to come back and get me.
But it was one of them crane things that they got enough weight support for you. They got to get.
Well, we're gonna fall and I'm gonna die, nigga, out of the fire, nigga. I'm not dying, and I'm not getting burnt to death. I'm gonna just fall from this crane.
You're not leaving me.
Yeah, but on the same thing, nigga. Hey, don't trip, bro. I got your legs, nigga. I got your legs, fam. Don't even trip.
Nah, but the weight you gonna break the crane, everybody dies.
Hey, man, that was all she wrote. God wrote this out this way, nigga. Not for he didn't. Why am I gotta be the one to get left? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, nigga, we're not doing that, fam. Hell no. Nah. Bro, I pray I'm never in no shit like that, fam, because I'm not the nigga to be in the subway and shit, nigga, and like, oh shit, all of us are gonna die. Like, save those kids over there. Like, which kids? I don't even know them, nigga. And they might grow up to be some fucking assholes, nigga. Like, nigga, I'm not just jumping off the porch forever. Because some kids grow up to be fucking pedophiles and murderers, nigga. I'm not. Hey, now, what you mean? Our kids? That's different. Like, okay, if I got a kid, my kid,
scenario for you, all
nigga,
right.
some stranger-ass kid, I'm not dying for you.
Okay, so I'm about to ask you a fucking scenario. You in a house fire, right?
Right.
And it's you and somebody else's kid.
Right.
And it's a choice being made. It's the kid Jalen's age. And you got to make a choice to either save his or your life. You can't do both. Somehow,
how does that work?
When he was finna die.
That
ain't
realistic.
How it's gonna work? Okay, because you say you gotta get yourself. You gotta get yourself into the crane.
If
first,
I can pick you up and throw you, I'm throwing your ass out the window.
No. You gotta either get yourself in the crane first and then grab the kid. But the kid gonna fall. The shit's gonna crumble if you get in the crane first. Or you gotta put the kid in first and try to get in after. But the shit gonna crumble if you put the kid in first. This is this. When are you fit to die?
So, nigga, I don't know, but we're going together. Like, I'm not putting him in the crane and sending it down without getting on that motherfucker.
No,
because guess what?
It's not gonna sit down without you. But the idea is
because you know a lot of shit work when it ain't supposed to. It'd be a lot of shit that hold weight that it ain't supposed to hold.
That's not the scenario. What I'm telling you is.
No, you just trying to paint me in a bullshit scenario.
Because I want to see.
Like, nigga.
What would you do?
I just told you what I would do.
No, there's no.
I'm getting on the crane.
There's no way to do it because you got to put one of you's got to get on first. You can't get on at the same time.
What I just say?
Preventing that.
What did I just say to you? That little nigga's 10. You said?
Yeah.
Nigga, you can't whoop me, nigga. I'm getting on. Hey, if you know what like I know, little nigga, you better jump on and figure this shit out.
You just gonna let the little nigga die?
I'm not letting shit happen, nigga. We in a fucked up predicament.
That'll
be no different than me and him running, nigga, and the earth is breaking under us, nigga, and he just fall into a crack.
You ain't gonna.
What, I'm supposed to dive and try to grab him?
You ain't gonna try to put the hand down?
Nah, my nigga. That's pretty much God's will. Like, if I'm running on the fucking ground that's breaking, you're running on the ground that's breaking, and I don't fall in the crack and you do, who am I to interfere with that?
You ain't shit.
My nigga, I'm just saying. Well, you don't know what the end goal
is. Who am I gonna be? Who am I to interfere with that?
Hey, I hate that in movies too. I always hated that shit. Like, bro. So you know what I really hate? Hey, man, shout out to all. And I come from a military family, so I'm respectful. But you know what I really hate? And I know I'm gonna kill some kids. Niggas gonna kill me for this shit. Such some of my friends that's in the military. But fam, you niggas are lying. All you military niggas is lying when they say nigga when they show the little shit. Hey fam, where they be all like in a little barracks or something, and the nigga throw the little grenade, and the closest nigga to him jump on it, grenade. I don't believe that shit. Fam, I'm telling you right now, if you got a nigga in your platoon, nigga from Compton or something, nigga East New York, Philly, nigga, there's no training in the world. That nigga's getting out the way, fam. Like, oh shit.
You in the way.
Facts, nigga.
How you gonna get punched?
Hey, when I be seeing that, and I remember one of my homies tried to tell me, he's like, yeah, man, we train. There people will do that. I be like, bro, you really think that the nigga that don't like you, nigga, because you dating a girl in the military that he like,
I'm not jumping.
Is jumping on a grenade while y'all niggas is at the cafeteria eating the nigga, he probably gonna kick that shit to you, nigga. Like, nigga. Fam, I'm not doing that. Look, fam, I'm not going. I don't see that. I just don't see. I don't even see like. I don't see it. I don't see it, fam. I'm not doing that shit.
Would you take a bullet for a kid?
What kid?
Any kid.
No, not any kid. Hell no.
You just see like a little 7-year-old kid about to catch a stray, nigga. Would you try to help him?
I would try to help him. I'm not taking a bullet for him though.
You caught a bullet?
Like nigga, nah, because I'm not putting myself in harm's way of the bullet. Like I would be like telling that nigga to duck. You know what I'm saying? Like I would. Come on, bro. I'm not even trying to be funny. Or I would throw a rock. You got to throw a rock at that. I'll tell you what I do. Son, I throw my phone at this nigga. And you know what I'm saying? Like I throw the phone at him, hit him, nigga, he'll be like, and then he'll fall down and then hopefully miss the shot.
I'm down with you.
I'm just saying, bro, I'm not. Now if I had a bulletproof, nah, I'm still not doing it. Yeah, nigga, I get shot in the face. I'll be a nigga with a whole bulletproof bodysuit on, nigga, and catch a heady. Nah, I'm straight, bro. Like, again, fam. Hey, I don't want no 7-year-old kid to get shot. But, nigga, if that shit was what's happening, who's Akeem, nigga, to try to interfere with that? Like, nigga, I don't understand it. Niggas gonna think, hey, I guess I'm a coward or whatever, my nigga, but I just don't see now, if you're talking about my baby boy, my nephew, you talking about my family, my mother, my sisters, oh, nigga, I'll smile at a bullet for them niggas, man, but nah, and I'm gonna tell you why, fam. Imagine me catching one for a stranger, and then a stranger doing like they did, nigga. Just watch somebody just kidnap my nephew, nigga. So strangers ain't shit, fam. Yeah, most kids that get kidnapped, nigga, somebody seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm straight, bro. I'm straight. Fam, I can't even believe. I'm just saying, like. You talking about catching a straight bullet. Fam, niggas die when they get shot. So you might not even make it. And like I said, hey, look, we got to start putting so much.
Niggas die when they get
Hey, this is going to sound fucked up, especially because you got kids. But like, bro, we give kids too much credit, man.
too much value on kid life.
We might put too much value on them niggas. Because we got it fucked up. We value the kids and neglect the old. I feel like the old motherfuckers that made it to be old, nigga, they deserve some love, right, on the way out. Like, we should switch it, nigga. Like, kids, y'all niggas figure it out, nigga, and try to get old. Because, especially these young motherfuckers now, boy, you can't tell a little 19-year-old, 17, 16-year-old kid nothing. Because they got Google, so they feel like they know everything.
My chest hurt.
I'm just saying, bro.
Kill people, nigga.
Like, imagine motherfuckers signing up to be in Secret Service.
You gotta protect another nigga family.
Like, but do you really think niggas is gonna, like, let's say, okay, they got Joe lined up. You really think, like, in the movies, niggas is jumping in front of Joe to take the bullet? I don't think that's happening, bro. I think they there to return fire, nigga, and, like, try to prevent shit.
They are, because how many fucking Secret Service men we ever see jump in front of a bullet? We've seen hella presidents get smacked.
No, well, yeah, and when Ronald Reagan got shot, nigga, I don't remember nobody jumping in front of that shit, nigga. They was there quick to help him. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, they got you. Hey, imagine you being a Secret Service nigga and you supposed to be watching me and the president, and I'm laying down looking at you as I got shot, nigga. I'm talking hella shit to you, nigga. Like, yo, fam, where the fuck was you at?
I'm just giving you that look, like you fucked up.
Cause I'm like, fam, you niggas be making my route to work all difficult, nigga.
I can't just drive.
I can't just, yeah, bro. I can't do shit. I could have got shot in the drop top, nigga. Like, what you, man? Come on, bro. Because I remember Obama was making a big deal about that. Two things Obama did that kind of was crazy. He wouldn't let them. They took his phone, but he was like, "Fuck it, you could do whatever you got to do to it, like encrypt it. But I'm keeping my BlackBerry so I could at least go on like social media and shit." That's how the Twitter and Facebook got the presidency and shit. So Barack was like, he wanted to be in tune with what's going on. He still wanted to be able to check his scores and see what little shit's going on. So it was that. And damn, I almost forgot. I think I forgot the other ones. The other one was, it was something else that he did that was kind of, oh yeah. He said, he was just like, nigga, I'm not permanently surrendering my driver's license. Like, nigga, I want to drive. And I thought about that, like, damn, you become the president and all of a sudden you can't even drive. And sometimes you just want to decompress, especially if you rich. What kind of rich nigga don't want to just drive whenever? I mean, I get having a driver as a rich person too, but you get a Lambo, so you don't want to go drive a Ferrari or something? That shit wild.
That was a good episode. The end of that shit is hilarious.
I'm just saying, my nigga, like,
You put too much value on child, like on women and children first, nigga.
hey fam,
Cause
hey,
they say that shit every time. Women and children
hey,
first.
yeah, bro, like, what?
Why do men just get shitted on?
That shit is fucked up, nigga, kind of, like. Hey, you know
Because what if women and children fill up everything? Just the men is just, nah, you good, bro.
They be on that shit.
Men are expendable, nigga.
They be on that shit, bro. Like,
We expendable.
that shit funny. Because I was watching the news, lady was like,
Titanic, nigga, was the women and
this chick with a straight
children
face,
first.
man.
Hey, that scene in Titanic was
Hold
cold
on,
when that
this
nigga...
chick with a straight face, dog. Straight face. Looks at the camera and was like, well, no. And black men, they just need to, black men need to believe women. Nigga, I must have, like, sat back and just looked at it. I paused the TV, like, wait.
Did she say that?
What did she say? I mean, yeah
But
and no.
Right.
Like, nigga, some bitches be lying.
like a motherfucker.
Some women be lying. Just like some men be lying. Like, bro, imagine a dude get on the podium and be like, women need to trust man. Bro, these women rights feminists will eat that nigga up. Like, what? That nigga will be apologizing, resigning.
Lose his job,
right, nigga, all that.
nigga.
Like, what do you mean?
Wife probably done left
no
him.
matter what the argument or nuance is, like, no, you need to just trust man. That sounds like some fucking Fred Flintstone shit.
But no, let's keep it...
Nigga, I do believe women, but like, nigga, not all of y'all, because all of y'all ain't believable. I believe the women that I believe.
Coldest scene in Titanic was actually when a nigga snatched that lady baby to get himself on the boat. Rose's old nigga.
Yeah.
That's the coldest nigga in captivity. That nigga said, I'm doing the same thing, nigga. Women and children, huh? Bitch, give me your child.
Did snatch that motherfucker too.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, he was smooth for that. Acting like he was concerned.
Hey,
You
that
never see
would...
nigga
Nah,
with
I'm
that kid
gonna keep
again.
it... I'm gonna keep it...
That nigga, he might have dumped that baby over.
Yeah, in the ocean. I'm gonna
He
keep
ain't
it real.
shit.
That when I first saw that, because
Fam,
I
why
was
would you
I
have
was
a
like,
baby on the Titanic.
I was like 7. No, because they were all sailing somewhere. They were all gonna move to like New York or something.
Oh, they were trying to come. through
Yeah,
the
they
Hudson,
was all going to New York or some shit. Fucking nah. So
My ancestors was already over here.
Dog, this shit's wild, bro. Like, women and shots. I remember as a kid, because I was a kid, but I was still thinking, like, so fuck the men, huh? Just women and children, huh?
I treat it like the airplane, bro. I put my oxygen mask on first.
And then I helped the
What you got to do, man?
child with me.
You got to do it. No, I'm playing. My little nephew, I mean, it's funny, bro. Like, I'll sacrifice anything for that kid, but
We're talking
the way
random
society,
individuals,
random shit.
nigga.
Don't get me wrong. You're not just gonna hurt no child in front of me or nothing like that.
Right.
But
to
as
think I'm
far
gonna
as
give
like,
up my life for the next child that ain't got no relation to me, to nobody I know, I can't say that I will. I won't let him get kidnapped. I won't let him be abused in front of me. I won't.
This little kid, nigga,
right, but
I'm going
I'm
home.
not jumping in front of a bullet. I might chase down a car that kidnapped a child. I might do
I'm
that.
definitely gonna hit the double tap on the Zoom so I get a good picture of the license plate.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what I'm saying? But
I'm not. I'm just not putting my life in jeopardy for
I
you.
made an agreement with myself, fam. Like, I'm not even, and it sounds fucked up, but damn, I shouldn't even say this.
You already done took it there.
I know. Fuck it, we here. Females, be safe, man, and make good decisions about who you surround yourself with. Cause just cause you decide you want to date a hood nigga or some crazy nigga insecure motherfucker and he fucking you up at the club, don't be looking at me, nigga, like I'm supposed to just jump off the porch and help you.
Yeah, cause that's something I ain't doing. I'm gonna keep that a billion with you.
Well,
now if you are getting dog walked, and I feel like you might die.
Hey, bro, I'm almost 40. I'm hollering at security. Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Y'all got an issue over there,
I
man.
might call 911 for
Y'all got
you.
an issue over there, bro.
I might.
You know, I can't do that for no more. Dog,
No.
I went to jail out here. Shout out to Metro PD and that fuck-ass cop nigga that arrested me.
For trying to help somebody?
Dog, I'm standing across the street from the MGM, bro. I'm going to this shorty's house or whatever. She live in these condos right across the street. Well, she just came out to visit. Her friend lives in the condo.
I know what condos you're talking about,
right.
though. The signatures
her friends
or
and
whatever.
shit. Like, so, like, we over there turned up, chilling. We about to go back to the little joint or whatever. I hit an L. This white dude gets his ass dog walked by a group of niggas. Like,
it was over 3-car money, wasn't it?
Nah, nigga, it was just leaving the fucking. They was leaving the pool party.
Dudes get whooped over 3-car money.
They was leaving the pool party.
Mm-hmm.
They got him. They beat this dude up pretty bad. When I say nigga, I mean I'm the universal term. There wasn't no black dudes that beat him up.
They beat his ass.
So these white dudes, like, they jumped him, nigga, whooped his ass, whatever, pretty bad. He leaking. I remember giving him my towel. Like, bro, here. I was like, it's clean. You can use this. Don't worry about it. He's like, thank you. And then he was like, hey, man, I don't want to bother you with anything else, but you think I could use your phone? He's like, better yet, man, I'm bleeding everywhere. Can you just call 911? I'm just going to go sit over there on that curb. Fam, fuck it. This will be the second time in my life I dialed 911, nigga.
I've done it once, and
I called,
and it was just on accident on the phone when I was a kid.
I called and shit, like, let them know what's going on. Let the dispatch know this is what it is.
Oh no,
right?
I just got fucked up flashback of the second time.
So I get off the phone. Shit took my ass upstairs, fam. I'm chilling though, waiting for Shorty and them come back around the corner, and we all going upstairs together. But something told me, nigga, take your ass upstairs. You black and American, nigga, take your ass upstairs. The cops is coming. But I'm trying to relax. I'm fighting that. Like, nah, man, I'm good. I ain't did nothing.
I'm a good fucking Samaritan right now.
But the cop comes, nigga, pulls right up to me. Is like, sit on the fucking ground. That's just what he said to me. Nigga, first off, I'm fresh to death at the time. Got a nice little outfit on. I'm feeling good about myself. Sir, I'm not sitting on the ground. I'm not being detained and I'm not under arrest. I'm the one that called you all for that gentleman over there. His partner was just like, oh, shit. What happened to you? Starts walking over, talking to the white guy. They're over there having a conversation. This motherfucker tells me, we can't do anything until you sit down.
That's a
So now me and him going back and forth because I know my civil rights. Right? Like, you got the wrong Negro. Like, what are you talking about?
That's when
man?
they hate that. They hate the nigga that know.
Like, maybe so. And then he was just like, well, what did he tell me? He said, well, something about calling the police. And I was like, well, I didn't falsely call the police. Like, I didn't prank call you, fam. I'm like,
this dude's over there.
Right over there. So motherfucker was looking. He gets in the thing and he's just like, so you just called for him, right? And I was just like, yeah. He's like, well, just stand right there for me. Doing that bullshit. Got me all in front of the car. Now people looking at me like I did something wrong and shit, embarrassing me. Yeah. So I definitely start cursing his ass out like, man, you racist, bro. Like, don't have me out here trying to detain me in the fucking heat. It's clear as day that I wasn't at the fucking pool party. Do it look like I just got done swimming? I was like, this motherfucker over there, he needs y'all help, not me. I was like, I shouldn't have even let his ass fucking use I shouldn't even call. No, that's what I said. I shouldn't even let his ass use my phone. He's like, see, I thought you called us. I was like, man, it's recorded. You know who called. Well, I don't know. And why are you acting suspicious? Listen, man, make a long story short, me and him got into it. We going back and forth, back and forth. He's like, well, you know what?
Run your name.
No, he had already did it and was like, kept like searching and searching. And I had a fucking traffic ticket from Tahoe, nigga, that I hadn't been. Nigga, I'm talking about like a long ass time.
He found whatever.
To the point where Tahoe never sent me anything about it.
Oh, I remember you telling me about that story.
Nigga, that motherfucker took me right to jail. And I remember, dog, it was so popping on the strip that night, on that day. Nigga, I was in the back of their little jail paddy wagon thing.
For hella long, niggas was
Bitch
getting picked up.
None of them niggas took us on a little stroll, nigga, around on on the strip, LV Boulevard, like 2 or 3 times. It's like, it's Friday night, fellas, just want to show y'all what y'all gonna be missing. It was bitches all through. I remember these one girl was like, girl, he hella cute. Because they could see a nigga, and they was like, oh, he's in jail, let him out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, he's going to jail. And I remember thinking to myself, like, damn, that was the move right there.
Nigga.
Like, bro, it was like 5
if he would have let you
bad
out
ones.
right there, you would have been.
I'd have been that nigga. It was like 5 bad ones, nigga. I was like, yo.
I might be that cop one
Let
time.
a nigga shoot my number one time. Let me shoot my shot.
I might be that cop to be like, hey, you know.
Well, I tell you what, bro. I'm going to let you out right now, nigga. You got 15 minutes, nigga. You pull a bad one number or something, I'm going to let you go home.
I'd have pulled all 5.
You know what I'm saying?
And sent him pictures of me bashing all of them out that night.
That's not what happened. What happened with me, nigga, is I went to the holding cell for 20 hours. Oh, yeah, it's different, nigga. Oh, the holding cell out here? Bro, don't go to jail out here, bro.
For now here like that?
Fam, think about how many more people it is. Like,
no OR type shit? It took you 20 hours
niggas
to
didn't
get
even know
OR?
what I was talking about.
When you said
I was
OR?
like, they're not going to OR me? I'm like, nigga, what? No, I'm saying, OR you. What does that mean? I'm like, nigga, on recognizance? Like, they let you out, nigga? Like, you ain't never been in? They was just like, nah, fam, you ain't getting that. You ain't getting that.
They don't do that in Vegas?
Your ass gonna sit down, boy.
That's a watch show thing?
It could be a little ticket, and if they get you,
You got.
bro, you be in there down there. You fucking around being there a month, nigga, just trying to go to court, trying to get some shit. No, because you know if you guys, especially they get you on a warrant, they hit you with that bullshit. Like you don't really necessarily get to legally just go see the judge that quick. You already got your chance with the judge, nigga. This is a warrant. We'll let you see the judge soon.
So basically, it's one of the places you better be able to bail out,
You had your
nigga.
boy in there shooting jumpers, nigga, in the little in the Jesus sandals, nigga. Just in there chilling like fuck. These niggas some hoes.
What'd you do? You bailed out, or how'd you get out?
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm out of here.
let me pay that bill. They don't know OR in Vegas, huh?
I mean, I'm sure you probably can, but it ain't common. To the point where niggas didn't know what I was talking about.
Damn.
What?
You know, because in Reno, we all know what the fuck a OR is, nigga.
Niggas used to go in Reno knowing like,
I'm about to get OR, nigga.
call shorty, nigga.
Yeah.
We about to be out in about 2 hours. Nigga, I bailed out here, nigga, and was still in jail for like 16 hours.
Dog, do you know, like,
You hear what I just said?
let me,
You know what it feels like to be a free man in jail?
Yeah.
Waiting, not like just like nigga, I'm already bailed out, nigga. Y'all could at least just go let me.
Dog, the domestic that I got, it comes with a 12-hour mandatory hold, and I bailed out as soon as I got into jail. I already paid bail. My people already posted bail. They're like, yeah, you're technically bailed, but it's 12 hours that you got to sit in here.
So about tomorrow afternoon-ish.
So I was like, hold on, wait. They called a cool down period. I was like, so you think telling a nigga who knows he's technically free that I gotta be here for 12 more hours is gonna make me calm down? Oh, y'all know what y'all doing.
That's when
you
go
trying to
sleep.
get niggas ad booked.
Bam. In Vegas, nigga, in the county, they fucking want to have 35 niggas in a room, nigga, the size of that kitchen.
Oh, the real jail bars and shit.
Right. Just the holding joint, yeah, with the real jail bars. one little bench, nigga, like size of that couch arm,
and a bunch of niggas just standing.
Nigga, who the big dog? Which one of you niggas is toughest, nigga? Because if you want to lay on that motherfucker and go to sleep, you got big nuts, nigga. To get on the one spot to sit down with all them niggas in there, nigga, and lay down on it.
Yeah.
Oh, nigga, you real, bro. Niggas be having to ask you like, bro, who got the toilet paper? Them niggas use the toilet paper, nigga. They be sleeping on that, nigga, like a couch. Like, and I'm seeing niggas just all on the floor, nigga, just laying down, nigga. This shit, so I was like, well, this shit grimy as fuck. Cause you know, nigga, Washoe County holding, nigga, you in there watching a movie.
Comfortable. Watching so the last one of the
that's why them niggas be going to jail.
The OR be so funny. So one time I got arrested before a show before we were still Element at this point for an Element show. We were about to go on a little like Pacific Coast Highway tour. Mm-hmm. I get arrested before the show at UNR. I go to jail for a warrant I have, right? No, not a warrant. Driving without a license. That's what I go to jail for. I don't have a warrant because you can't get OR with a warrant. So I go to jail for driving without a license, right? I get there, nigga. I watch, it's Transformers. I watch about 30 minutes of that shit. Mr. Dowdy, you're being released on your own recognizance. I wasn't even there that long. I'm like, why you arrest me, nigga?
What?
You arrested me for you're still because think about it. I got out faster than he did the paperwork. That nigga was still doing my paperwork as I'm leaving to go home.
I got the Dewey nigga going to a party, got on OR nigga in my same car nigga, and went to the same party. Like it was like just I decided to go get some beer or something on the way, or made a stop. Went kicked it, had a ball nigga. I remember the next day wake up, Lance was like, "Oh shit, you got a DUI last night. That sucks." And I was like, I didn't even remember it. I'm like, damn, I did get in and out. So I be, man.
But yeah, bro, I was like, and then I'm looking at the cop because I can tell he looked at me and I could just tell the disgust in his face because him in his own right was probably like, I should just let this nigga go. I'm still doing paperwork and he's going.
He gets to go home.
He's going about his day, like.
And it's not a case that's gonna change my career.
Yeah, bro. I didn't even get a chance to like make it into the back or get all this fingerprints and all the extra shit done or like give him all my information and shit. I had enough time to do like the little hospital registration shit. Like, you got any problems or things you need to. I got through that because they were talking like, well, yeah, if we can get a hold of a judge, we're gonna let you go. Like, yeah, I'm grateful for whatever judge happened to be up late that night.
Right. Right.
Because I wanted to hit him up like, nigga, what are you doing up right now? Who you out fucking as a mistress right now? I appreciate it. I'm glad you were night out.
They really be on that, though. That's their duty. Like,
nah, but it was late, like, to where if he was asleep, it was respect. Nigga, it was like midnight. You were supposed to be asleep.
Dog, I don't want to say you sign at night. That's what it is. The motherfucker's supposed to wake up and sign that shit, too. Like, I wake up and be like, oh, shit, what you got here? Oh, yeah, I'll sign this one. Like, you know what I mean?
Habs just doing this still. Like, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, facts. Sign some shit to fuck a whole person's life off.
Yeah. I wonder who was half asleep fucking signing Breonna Taylor's fucking warrant.
Fam.
We're going to get into that.
That's a whole nother episode.
Yeah.
But,
I feel like
speaking of.
This is a great episode. Episode 52 in the books.
Let's go ahead and wrap it, man. It's your boy
another
King
episode
Sincere.
of the Always Talking Show. Nigga, I'm tired.
So we're going to run it back. It's your boy King Sincere. And this is another episode
of the Always Talking Shit Show in the books. That's what happens when I'm thinking too fast from my mouth. Pause.
Yeah,
I'm your boy Talkin. We out this motherfucker.
New Always Talking Shit Show.